Well, folks, it's been a while. I've been trying to get things lined out. As you know, I built me a shade tree engineering porch to get under, to get out of the sun. I had to do it in 110-degree weather, but it about killed me. After 3 heart surgeries and back surgery, I'm still going. This is the disabled veteran, Evangelist Andy Russian, the shade tree engineer. You find me on YouTube channels at the shade tree engineer, 4 words, the shade tree engineer, or Evangelist Andy Russian at gmail.com, or Evangelist Andy Russian on YouTube. The world's first, I created it, the ability. And I'm going to flip the phone screen here. The world's first ability to put Mega Live straight forward, straight down, or any degree in between, or put it into landscape mode, any degree, straight forward, straight down, all without taking it out of the water, and 360 mounted on the bottom of that. Plus, it's on a Altero Minn Kota trolling motor, and I utilize 2 actuators, 12-volt actuators, to do this, and I work it off of my joystick in the front of the boat. As y'all know, I'm the first that has the capability to deploy it and retract it out of the water, be able to turn it about 120 degrees. And if I would go with a motor underneath the water or a wireless system, I could do this without the 12-volt actuator. But anyway, for right now, that's the way I've got it done. I'm the world's first. I got Mega 360 on the end of that shaft, and when I deploy it, I have the ability to, as I said, to change it from landscape to straight down, straight forward in landscape position, or in the straight forward, straight down position, any angle in between. I can do that all without taking it out of the water. And I've been waiting to hear from Johnson Outdoors, Humminbird, Minn Kota, and they rushed out with their product. None of them have called me. But anyway, I sent text, emails, and stuff to corporate headquarters, but they're not likely to call me. They might take my ideas and make money with them, but they ain't gonna call me. But anyway, I was hoping they'd work with me for disabled and limited mobility people and disabled veterans. But I want to tell you, I already have the ability to lock on a brush pile. They come out with this new target lock. You still got to mount it on one trolling motor. You still have to have that particular trolling motor right at the moment. That's the only one it'll work on. Plus, you got to be the Incredible Hulk to put it in and out of the water. I already have that ability to lock on a specific spot. Target lock is not new and unique with me. I haven't said anything about it, but I'm using 2 Altero trolling motor systems here. And that was my hope, that they would get with me and build a more compact and more economical, financially affordable for disabled people and veterans. But at any rate, I already had the ability with this Altero, and going on my SOLIX, on one SOLIX depth finder, and having my transducer deployed and shooting straight down under the boat to the forward position. I wouldn't, you know, I can rotate it. I done showed you that. I'm fixing to put some more video up with this video, but I can rotate it 120 degrees if I changed it to and done away with these 12-volt actuators and rods. I could rotate it 360 degrees. But what I'm saying is, when it's deployed in the water, using the Altero trolling motor, Altera, I can put my transducer, my Mega Live transducer, on a target location, on a brush pile location, and hit spot go to, I can mark it as a waypoint and hit go to, just like they can with target lock. And this back unit back here that's on the back of my boat, it will rotate and stay locked on that brush pile. And then my front trolling motor that's working off of my other SOLIX, my front trolling motor, I can hit spot lock on it, and I'm rather not spot lock, but I can hit a GPS location on my screen, mark it, and go to it. I don't even have to put a waypoint. I can just select go to cursor, and I can go to that brush pile, and when I get close to it, I can just hit spot lock on it, and it will hold me if I want to get close to it, 50 feet from it, 100 feet from it. That front trolling motor will hold me with spot lock. And the back trolling motor that I got set up, this one right here, the one I got set up for the Mega Live transducer in 360, it will keep my transducer pointed at my target location, my brush pile location, regardless of what the front trolling motor is doing. It will keep right on spot locking on that brush pile. If I want to, with my situation, with a Deep V Bass Tracker Pro 16 guide, my situation, I've got it on the back because I pull right up over the top of a lot of the brush piles that I fish on, and we fish off the side of the boat, and I fish off the front on both sides. My wife fishes off the middle on both sides, or any guest that I have with me fishes off of either side. Now I got a bag of my range cubes in there. I'm fixing to go out and bait me some catfish holes and some crappie holes. But my rig with 2 SOLIXes, with 2 Alteros, I have more control and a better system than Humminbird and Minn Kota's got, because I can take my system in and out of the water from any location on the boat with a wireless handheld remote, or with my touch control foot pedal, or with my SOLIX depth finder. Anywhere on the boat, I can control this unit on the back of my boat. I can put my 360 and Mega Live in the water, rotate it like right now. I can only go about 120 degrees, but I can rotate it left or right under my boat a pretty good ways. I mean, as far as I'm interested in. But if I see a target and turn my system back here on the back of the boat in that direction, then hit spot lock, put a waypoint, I can either troll to it with my front trolling motor. I can put a cursor mark on it and hit go to and go to it, or I can watch that location, that brush pile, that structure on my depth finder screen, and use my front trolling motor to go to it. Once I get as close, or if I get over the top of it and I want to lock my front trolling motor on spot lock to hold me there, this back unit is still going to turn left or right. If the wind blows my boat around, it's still going to be aimed at that brush pile, regardless of which way that front trolling motor or the wind carries me. So I've got that same equivalence of target lock with the system that I've created. What they don't have is they don't have the ability to make it work on any other trolling motor. If they do, I haven't got that indication because I've asked the question on the Humminbird sites and Minn Kota sites if that spot on that new target lock will work if I put it on a separate shaft, and like they've been doing with Mega Live transducers, if I put it on a separate pole or a separate bracket rather, and put it off the side of my boat and hook it to my trolling motor, would it still work? They say no, it won't work on an Ulterra or any other kind. You got to have that one specific kind, is my answer I've gotten so far. I'm not quite sure that that's true. I think if I mounted it on a bracket that it would work off the Ulterra because it's working through my SOLIX depth finder. So anyway, I would have to buy that and experiment with it, but I've got the ability already. With this system I've got, I could move it to the front of the boat. It's just that I would have two large systems on the front of my boat where I wanted to get them to work with me to build a compact system for people that was disabled, so they could take it in and out the water and do their adjustments under the water, and they could retract it into the boat and store it in the boat. As I said, I haven't got any contact from them, but I can already do everything they do. But my advantage is, having had back surgery with rods in my back, whether the wind's bouncing me around, blowing me around, or whatever, I don't have to get down on my knees and change, lean over and strain to get to it, to change the angle. I do everything under the water. And I do that with a remote control, and I do that with a touch toe control and my SOLIX depth finder. I can do the same thing. So anyway, this is the Shade Tree Engineer on YouTube. The Shade Tree Engineer on YouTube, 4 words. And I am the world's first and only one that has the ability to deploy Mega Live 360 or any other transducer that's connected on. You could put a side scan transducer on there, I guess, and shoot it frontwards and backwards and rotate it any whichever direction. But anyway, what I'm saying is I am the world's first and world's only, until they copy what I've done or revamp it some kind of way, to be able to put it in the water, take it out of the water, rotate it, and like I say, if I put motors down there and controlled it, putting it in landscape and out of landscape and everything, I could do that. And I could put a rheostat on this thing to slow down the left, right. When you touch that foot pedal of that remote, it moves pretty fast. But I could put a scanning. I could rig it up to scan left and right just like they do. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying. I'm the world's first. They can't change theirs without taking it out of the water. I can. And I can deploy it and take it back out of the water without ever having to touch it. And so this is the Shade Tree Engineer. I am the world's first. And I'm still willing for somebody to work with me to build a compact system that can change the position of their transducers underwater and stow it and deploy it without ever having to touch the device or get out of your fishing seat or standing up wherever you at. So this is the Shade Tree Engineer. You can contact me also at theshadetreeengineer@gmail.com. All one word, little letters. And you can call me at 409-489-2164 after 12 noon or before 10 o'clock at night. But you're going to have to leave a voicemail, because if you don't leave a voice message when you call me, I'm not going to return your call. So that's it. I'm signing out. I'm fixing to put this on YouTube. And if you want to know how to design this system, you're disabled, you know somebody that is disabled, you need some help with wiring or whatever, I've got some other videos that's fixing to come up online too that'll tell you a little bit about that. But contact me. And thank you for watching my channel. Look, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button and the little bell button and anything else on there that you can give me a positive reading on. And if you want to go to listen to some of my messages, I'm 75 years old nearly, have been preaching, preached my 50th anniversary message this past Sunday, still preaching. I'll come to your church and preach. If you're not saved, you need to listen to some of my videos. Jesus loves you and he'll help you. God bless you, and we'll talk with you later. Bye.